Yes, it is. Thank you very much. And so it's 1 o'clock on Tuesday, September 7th, 2022.
I
This
keep
is,
saying Tuesday. I'm sorry. I've screwed you up,
and I do too. It's
Mr.
Wednesday,
Walters.
isn't
I
it?
apologize.
No, I've done that all day long. So it is September the 7th. However, it is Wednesday, September the 7th. And this is a special call meeting of the State Board of Education. We have one item of business that we need to attend to today, and that's due to timeline considerations for a state regulation this coming before us today. I want to take a minute, thank all of the members who have joined us. So we do, in fact, have a quorum. Madam Superintendent, thank you for joining us as well. And with that, we're going to turn the floor over, our virtual floor, I guess, to Katie Nilges, who's the Director of the Office of Government Affairs, to tell us about Regulation 43234.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Got you.
And it's afternoon. I already said good morning.
I
So
wanted
we're,
to make sure you were in a rocking chair. I just wanted to check if you were rocking behind a screen that wasn't visible. I just wanted to know.
nope, I'm good.
I'm gonna be still too.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chair Walters. Again, as you mentioned, I am here today to ask for a first reading on the amendment to Regulation 43234, which is the defined program for grades 9 through 12. In your materials that you received prior to the meeting, you'll see in the synopsis the critical facts, and I'm just going to go through those really quickly to make sure everyone watching understands why we're here as well. So in the General Assembly Appropriation Act this prior year, they passed Proviso 1.101, which is SDE graduation requirements. So within that proviso, it required or directed the department through the State Board of Education to promulgate regulations to update the current graduation requirements. So that's what's in 43234, to include within the existing credits the required half credit in personal finance. And that regulation should be submitted before you all for first reading prior to September 30th. So the proposed amendment that we've crafted, and you'll see in the second document, it is a line by line of all of the amendments for that regulation. It's just 3 sections that are impacted. And what that amendment does is it adds a 1/2 credit in financial literacy to the existing, or it adds the 1/2 credit by removing a half credit from the 7 current credits required for electives. So currently there's 7 credits that you are to receive for elective courses. So what we've done, instead of adding an additional half credit on top of the normal credits, we've just deducted that half credit from that 7. So now there will be a required 6.5 credits for electives and a half credit in financial literacy. We did also speak with members of the General Assembly to get approval that there's already existing a 1 credit personal finance course in CTE. So we did ask for the approval to allow that 1 credit CTE personal finance course to meet the half credit financial literacy credit. That way, if individuals have already taken that course, and because that course is already in existence, it would satisfy that requirement. And then the last revision would be that the revisions of this would take effect beginning with the freshman class of 2023-2024. Most individuals take financial literacy or would take personal finance in their 11th or 12th grade year. So this gives us that time to be able to write those standards, implement the standards, make sure we have the proper instructional materials in place, and we've provided all the teachers with the appropriate and professional development in order to carry out the standards of that course. You'll see too just the timeline and review process. So the notice of drafting was submitted on July 22nd, 2022. Our first reading will take place today, and then public comment, public review period will open, and that will be open until October 24th, 2022. And all of those comments on the draft of the regulation can be emailed to me, and my email address is knilges@ed.sc.gov, and that's Nilges, my last name, NILGES @ed.sc.gov. And those are due before 5 p.m. on October 24th. And from there, then we'll go to the public hearing on November 8th at that board meeting. And then it will go to the General Assembly on January 10th to begin that 120-day review period. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to take them. But I would recommend that we give this regulation first reading today.
Okay, thank you, Katie. Members, at this time, the floor is open if you have any questions.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir, go ahead.
this is Mr. Brennan. I move for approval of the regulation 42234 for first reading.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Have a second. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor vote by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, no. And the motion carries. So as Ms. Neal just said, this will come up again after the public review process. There'll be a public hearing on the 8th. And so if anybody does come up with any questions or concerns, certainly you can address that to Katie, and we'll look at that. And otherwise, we will see you on next Tuesday, which is the time for our regularly scheduled meeting, and it will be in person at the Department of Education. So there being no further business, we will stand adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you
for
so
signing on.
much.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Bye, guys.
Bye.